Hello everyone, this is Miss Time Bunny and today I am doing the Throwback Tag. Now this is very similar to the childhood nostalgia tag that I did via Two Floggers More, but it's kind of like got a few different questions in it. So I thought, bugger it, I'm going to do this one anyway because I got these questions before Two Floggers More did their version, so it's like, knickers, I'm going to make it. So yes, there are, how many questions do we have? 15, so it's not too bad. And I will try to remember to note them all down in the description. And before I start, I'm going to do the usual like, share, subscribe and all that whatnot to my channel, or give me dislikes, because YouTube sees likes and dislikes as the same. It's all positive whatnot for my channel, so you know, knock yourselves out. Right, let's get on. Question number 1. What year were you born? 1981. So I'm an old bat. Well, 36, but you know, I feel like an old bat sometimes. Right, do you have any photos of yourself from when you were younger? If you do, show them. Well, what I'm going to do is I'll probably have to have a nose through my Facebook, because I know I've got some images on there, and I will do a bit of a cut in and then show them, so it'll be a case of I'll probably cut them in about sort of now. And welcome back. Hopefully that little jump cut has worked in editing, so yeah, you get to have a good laugh at some photos indeed. Right, question number 3. What TV shows did you grow up watching? Oh, there's so many I could like mention here. I grew up sort of like back in the day when like Saturday morning TV used to exist. So, you know things like Going Live and those kind of shows used to be on, and they used to run a lot of like cartoons and whatnot. So I used to grow up watching things like that. And I used to love watching like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, the X-Men cartoon. You know, me and my sister just loved watching stuff like that on Saturday mornings, having our breakfast and stuff. And also, I absolutely loved things like Captain Scarlet, Thunderbird, Stingray, which were other shows I grew up watching. Right, question number 4. What did you want to be when you grew up, and do you still want to be that? Believe it or not, when I was like younger, I wanted to be a wrestler. But unfortunately, I think just due to a lot of circumstances, what I won't get into now, it just never happened. And the annoying part is, now there's a group called Pro Wrestling Eve that have created a sort of like a women's only sort of like wrestling camp thing up in Camden in London. I'm like, why couldn't you guys have existed about like 15 years ago or something, you know, when I might have possibly been able to sort of like do that whole thing, you know, and I'm a bit gutted. It's like, why couldn't you have existed like 15 years ago and be a bit closer to me in like Hampshire, you know? So, oh, typical. So, but yeah, it's just like, but you know, I think, you know, I'm in my late 30s, but you never know, I might end up still getting involved in wrestling in some way, you know, whether it be via YouTube or writing or, you know, some other way, you know, because it would be nice if I could, you know. I mean, I may not be physically able to do the actual wrestling side anymore just due to reasons, but I think, you know, there's options for me to maybe get into like other sides of it maybe. So hey, Pro Wrestling Eve, if you need someone to promote you on the social medias or something, you know, sort of like shameless plug. It's worth a try, you never know. Or if anyone else needs me to shamelessly plug them, you know, go for it, hit me up. Right, question number 5. Show a video of yourself when you were younger. Unfortunately, I don't think I really have anything, you know, because when I was younger, obviously mobile phones with cameras didn't really exist, and we didn't have like a video camera or anything sort of like in our family, so unfortunately I don't have anything, so I can't help you there, I'm afraid. Right, number 6. What were your favourite toys to play with? I think some of the toys I remember having as a kid, I had like loads of like little She-Ra figures, you know. So like, because obviously at the time He-Man was very popular, and they brought out She-Ra as like a counterpart for like more sort of like girls to sort of like get into that kind of thing. So I had like quite a few of them, and also I had dolls from Jem and the Holograms. And I was always really gutted because I really wanted to have the Misfits and like the full set of like Jem and the Holograms, but I only ever had Jem and Kimber. You know, I would have loved to have had the other 2 girls as well and the Misfits, but hey ho, one day. Maybe I'll be able to find them somewhere and buy them all. But mind you, it probably cost me about 3 months worth of wages, but you never know. Number 7, what's the most embarrassing thing that you can remember doing? That's a good question, because I don't think I have any like overwhelming memories of me doing something daft, really. I mean, yeah, I probably did do silly things as a kid, but I don't really remember any of them. So, 8, read something you wrote when you were in kindergarten / nursery. I don't think I really have anything from back then when I was in like either sort of like junior school, nursery, kindergarten, whatever you want to call it. I don't. Again, it's something I don't have on me, unfortunately, so I can't really read that out. Right, number 9. 3 songs you loved listening to as a child. Oh, this is going to be good. I'd probably say... I'm going to have to try and think of 3 now off the top of my head. This is going to be fun. I'm probably going to say... because I know I was a big fan of the Spice Girls as a teenager, so I'm probably going to go with... Let me think, what track should I pick? Probably Say You'll Be There, which was their second ever single, and that's when I properly really got into them. So we go with that. Say You'll Be There by the Spice Girls. Another Day by Wigfield, which is another one. And oh, this is really difficult trying to think of 3. And probably another one is SOS, which is basically a song that was done by Kate Kestrel in Terrorhawks. Well, her voice artist anyway, so I'm going to go with those, because they were 3 songs that I really liked as a kid and I still really like now, so... Right, number 10. What was one funny thing you dressed up as for Halloween when you were younger? I don't think I ever dressed up as anything funny, but I think one thing I did dress up for a Halloween party as when a friend had a little party at our house. Right, for context, at the time the Backstreet Boys had released the song Everybody Backstreet's Back, where they were all dressed up as sort of kind of like horror movie icons. You know, you had like, I think like Dracula, Jekyll and Hyde, those kind of things, and AJ dressed up as Phantom of the Opera. So basically I did that because I just thought his outfit was really awesome and that. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we enjoyed that. 11. Tell a funny story of something you remember happening when you were young. Something just popped into my head actually, I just remembered this. It was basically on a family holiday to Blackpool, and we were in like the Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and for some reason my uncle decided he wanted to just dick around, and he just sort of went skipping off a hedge of us doing like a silly dance going like that, and and I don't know why, but that's always kind of sort of stuck in my head. He went for some reason he just wanted to go skipping off doing a silly dance for some reason. That was a lot of fun. Right, number 12. Any special things you've kept from when you were a child? I don't think I've got anything, you know. I think just over the years where I've cleared a lot of things out, or they've gotten broken or lost or whatever, I don't really have anything now, sadly. So, right, number 13. What was something weird you used to do as a child? No, I don't think I ever did anything weird. Not that I know of, so... Although if my mother was here, she'd probably tell me otherwise. So. 14. What's the scariest thing you remember that happened to you when you were younger? Scary. Not off the top of my head, I don't ever remember anything sort of really scary ever happening. You know, it might have been times that I probably like sort of wigged myself out over silly things, but not anything like really scary sort of pops into mind right now. Oh no, I'm so boring, aren't I? I admit it. Right, number 15. How is the world now different from how it was like when you were a child? Well, there's a heck of a lot more technology. Like, for example, I'm recording on my iPhone, you know? So from that point of view, you know, obviously we now have iPhones, we have like laptops, we have gaming consoles where you can play like online against people and things like that. So it's obviously, from that side of things, it's a heck of a lot different, you know, because when I was a child, you know, I had a Sega Mega Drive, and it's more of a, you know, that was like then top of the range. But you know, when that's you compare like systems like that to what we have now, and you can like got realistic games and you can play online against people, it's a bit like, you what, mate? You know. And obviously like the internet is a thing which it never used to be. Oh, pardon me. You know, things like that. And obviously there's like cable TV, which was another thing that kind of came into being a thing round about the 90s here in the UK, along with the internet. So it was like, I was kind of born in that in-between stage where it was a case of I was born in 81 and I saw a lot of these technologies come along, like the fancier consoles, the internet, cable TV and Sky TV being more of a thing, and you know, other such like, you know. So it's a case of like, from that point of view, it's quite interesting that I've seen all these technologies come along, and obviously, you know, once upon a time, you know, sort of mobile phones used to be great big fucking breeze block things, you know, sort of bigger than you, you know, they were the size of a small dog, you know. But now they're sort of like, you can get like these wee little things, you know, sort of like, those of you that sort of grew up sort of the 80s and 90s will know what I mean about the great big fucking breeze block phones. You know, they were huge, and now they're all, then they went really, really diddy, and now they're sort of becoming bigger again, which is really bizarre, but kind of cool. So it's kind of like interesting from that point of view, you know. Yes, technology is good and bad, you know, but I think on the flip side, I think it's sad that, you know, children just don't go outside to play anymore, because during the summer holidays when I was a kid, I always used to stay at my nan's in Fareham, and I had like a little group of friends that I used to go out and play with, like at the park and stuff like that, or go around their house. So, you know, it's kind of a shame that kids don't do that now, but I think it's because, sadly, I think, you know, parents are rightly probably scared to let their kids out in case they get run over or kidnapped and things like that. So, but you know, it is kind of sad, unfortunately, that, you know, kids don't do that anymore. Because I used to love doing that, sort of running about in the street, in the park, playing our little like imaginary games with friends and that. It used to be a lot of fun, you know. And I do, you know, in a funny way, I sort of kind of miss that, you know, sort of staying at my nan's in the holidays, playing with my friends, and then she'd take me out on day trips to like Southampton and Solent. And of course, at the time when I was a kid, you know, sort of coming into like my early teens, you know, sort of being like a young kid, probably like around about 10, coming into my early teens. That used to be really great. I used to love doing that. I used to look forward to like every like half term and summer holidays when I knew I'd be going up there to stay for a bit. And I'd be like, yes. You know, I'd get really, that used to be like a highlight for me. So yeah, it's kind of a shame that kind of thing doesn't go on anymore, but hey ho, I mean, I think sort of like rightly so, parents I think are just more like worried these days, but hey ho, you never know, one day we might go back to it being sort of like more of a nicer, safer environment. So, but I'm going to end here because I can hear my laptop buzzing and beeping away wanting me to